All right, sorry. We're going to look at this slide here. So these are the ones that you went over on the quiz. So whenever I get around to it, why is this one, oops, sorry. Why is this one dependent? So if it has one of those time words at the beginning, whenever. So the other one was while I was at the library. This one's whenever I get around to it. So it's setting a time frame instead of having a subject and a predicate. So if you took this off and just had I get around to it, it's not a great sentence. It doesn't make any sense, but it technically has a subject and a predicate. I get around to it. So whenever is a time word, which makes this description of time. There's no subject, no predicate. It's a dependent clause, which isn't that fun. This one's a little bit tricky. So which is so it means the subject was mentioned in the previous sentence, and you're just saying which instead of putting that subject in again. And so it doesn't really make sense on its own. We don't know what the subject is, and which is not a subject. It's like a filler word that you use to connect two different clauses. So that's why you're not supposed to start a sentence with which, because then you don't know what the subject is. It's a little confusing. So which isn't that fun is technically dependent just because we don't know what which is. We don't know what the subject is. They put that filler word in instead. There is a verb. It isn't fun, but we don't know the subject. So that's why this one is dependent. And the next one, not many, but few. Again, we see nouns. Maybe it's the subject, maybe it's not, but there's no verb at all. Not many, but few. So it doesn't make any sense by itself. And the last one, I can't be silent. This one is independent because we have a subject, I, and then can't be, silent. So that's the predicate. I can't be silent. And that's the only one you read and you're like, that makes sense on its own. So the other three are dependent. This one is independent. So hopefully that kind of clarifies that a little bit if you weren't sure or didn't do as well on that little check-in quiz as you wanted to.